What up, everybody? It's your boy Omega. Yep. Today I'm actually taking the place of our homie JJ. All right. But let me introduce the co-host, the real dog of Music Crusaders over here. You know what I mean? Looking official, Mr. Caleb Man Wepa. How you doing?
Hey, hey.
Are you ready, bro? Excited
Oh, yeah.
who you gonna talk to, bro? What?
Yeah, they got a lot of intriguing things that's been going on with their band.
Yo, their music is fire, their band is fire. I mean, everything is fire. I mean, I was talking to him on the green room right here, who we have right here, and I was like, wow, the diversity in the style, that musicality is absolutely insane. So gifted. I was vibing on different levels, making me go through different feelings and emotions. That's what music does. And I mean, a salute to who we're about to talk to. All right, we have the honor of having the one and only Mr. Jake Davies of the band of Limbo.
Hello, good sir.
How you
Not
doing?
much. Everything going well?
Yeah, everything's good over here, guys.
Popping, yo. I'm happy to have you on, yo. Amazing. Thank you. I mean, I was saying, yo, I was feeling your music. I mean, I've been kind of out the scene for a little bit, look at my gray hair self, just moving up and around. But I was now that I'm out there vibing and getting myself out there, and a big salute to my man Ed. He sent over your links, and I said, "Oh my God!" I started listening. I fell in love, man. I said, "I cannot believe that I have been missing out on this band. You guys are turning into like one of my faves already, going up the charts slowly as I listen to each track. I'm like, damn. So that's the truth right there. But today we got to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to get into your origin story, but most importantly, that new track, the California Demon, because you got a story behind the video, the music. I mean, y'all smashing it. So let's start rocking and rolling. Caleb, before I get to you, let me ask that first question so people know what is up. The origin story of the Davies Bros over here. Jake, let us know where you originally from and what was the first thing in all of pop culture, regardless of what it was, that you ever fell in love with.
Oh shit. Well, origin story of the band is me and Luke always played guitar together, growing up in Melbourne, Australia, and as we got older, we'd never been in too many serious bands, just little fuck around high school stuff, and he was in school projects, playing at the auditorium and all that kind of crap. But when he grew up, he came out here and went to Berkeley School of Music for a little while. And one summer, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to come stay with you in Long Beach, and I'll go back to school after that." And we had so much a good time just making music together in Long Beach, getting drunk every night, voice memoing shit. We're just like, okay, this is what we have to do, dude. How can you go back to school now? You've already passed the school point. Let's just fucking keep making music and having a blast. The other question was what's something that one of the most inspirational things, dude? I think when I was younger, those Pantera Vulgar videos, it's like the behind the scenes documentary. There's like 3 different videos that came out. I'd pop them in my VHS. I'd rewind them, watch them again and again, always on in the background. Those dudes just lived it up, partying, playing pranks on each other, lighting fireworks in each other's butts. Like, that was just the life I wanted as a teenage kid, dude. So yeah.
So, all right, before I go to Caleb, before you ask your question, I got to ask him, now that he said that, have you tried the fireworks thing yet?
I haven't put any fireworks up Luke's butt, but when I was a little kid, my uncle, whose birthday is actually on 4th of July, he took me out, and I don't know how this happened, but Mom allowed it, and going out with her little brother, who's maybe, I don't know, 23 at the time. And he's taking me out, giving me some beers, walking around the Bay of Long Beach. And he put a Roman candle in his fly, and he lit it, and he timed it perfectly. And went, bzzz, shot it up in his fly. So definitely, anytime I see a Roman candle around, I always recreate that one.
Oh shit! Love it. Go ahead, Caleb. Floor is yours.
I just wasn't.
What the hell?
Yeah, I got way off with that. No, I guess, yeah, just keeping along with that. Just what what slowly started happening once y'all really started figuring out that like y'all actually want to go with it and y'all actually want to.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all can feel that hey, this is working. People are liking it, and like let's try.
Yeah. So that first year was just me and him sort of like coming to grips with the reality of this is what we actually really want to do with our lives, and sort of working out the home recording setup to make a demo, and getting the sort of basics together of what you need with a band, like having to find a drummer, having to find a bass player. So once we got those all together, played our first show in Long Beach to a very large audience of friends of ours, because we were down in Belmont Shore at the time and we were partying it up, so we knew a lot of people, and first show ever, everybody's interested to see what's going on. So we had our first show at this place called the Gas Lamp, and yeah, it went pretty well, even though we probably got a little too drunk, and maybe the playback of the night before wasn't as perfectly in key as I would want my singing to be.
Oh, the Simpsons episode, I mean the Family Guy episode when Lois and Peter thought they were singing really good, and when you go back to the scene, they were actually singing all sloppy.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it was. So I try to never even watch the footage from those early on shows where I was a little too wasted to make sure the nerves weren't happening. But as time progressed, we just kept sort of building on it. We made friends with a lot of other local bands that we really respected. Them Evils and Joyce Wolf, played a lot of shows with them. Then we signed on to this agency, booking agency TKO, and after doing some Viper Room shows and various places around Hollywood, Whiskey Go-Go, all that kind of stuff, they got us like a bunch of cool things popping. We got a first national tour with a band called Blacktop Mojo and Joyous Wolf, but unfortunately that one was not to be. We crashed the van on the way out to, I think North Carolina was the first show, which is a crazy place to have to drive to all the way from fucking Long Beach. But we crashed the van and it broke my leg and straight up backwards. I had to put my leg back together with a metal rod in there now. But I'm playing basketball today, so everything's good. But that was a bit of a setback for like a year or so, and we pulled it all together, and now we're keep going.
That shit is rock and roll for real. You got a bent leg, bro. God damn, son. That's crazy.
Yeah, when the firefighters were pulling us out of the van, they came down to the van with the body bags. And I was covered in blood and shit. We had all of our T-shirt merch strewn all over the grass and shit. And I'm just like, oh god, I know we can't use this merch anymore. So I was just like passing out T-shirts to the firefighters and the local Oklahoma people that were helping me get onto the stretcher, etc.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How were y'all promoting that first concert? What were y'all saying? Like, if you like this band, or is it just?
It was really all people we knew back then, dude. And it was that was back in the earlier days of Instagram, where Motherfuckerberg hadn't screwed us with the algorithm yet, So we had a lot of people that we're buddies with, and shit. When you make a post like, "Oh, our first show ever," gets just a damn picture, a little flyer of a palm tree on fire and saying what we're playing. Things getting like in the thousands of likes. These days we get like 300 on some shit. It's crazy because Fuckerberg fucked us. But yeah, just the social media game worked really well back then, and we just sent it out to all of our people that we knew, and shit, it was pretty packed. I think we did like $6,000 of booze sales that night. I probably took about $1,000 hit myself on that one. So,
oh damn, son. You contributed.
Yeah, I contributed.
All right, so let me go ahead. I got a question. So, are there any specific themes of? I'm sorry, that's gonna happen because that's Massachusetts. So I'm sorry. Let me start again. So, are there any specific themes or messages that you aim to convey, through your songs as you were working with, with your brother?
I think it's always different every time, dude. Conveying messages and telling stories is definitely where it's at. I think there's really two schools of lyric writing in rock and roll, or I guess music in general. One way you can go is the Jim Morrison and Kurt Cobain route of saying just sort of abstract poetry. A mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido, just saying random shit that means nothing. And that's cool. And it's, I think it's actually a lot more palatable to the masses for the most part, but I've always personally preferred the more Guns N' Roses method of really telling a story or conveying some kind of statement or message that you want to in a song. I think it's definitely more difficult than writing abstract poetry. Another guy that does it, I think, really well is Marilyn Manson. Not everybody loves Manson's music. I love some of it for sure, but he's a guy that he'll pick a topic and he'll write to that topic or write to that story in that song.
No, agreed. You know, they don't really do that often anymore.
Yeah, it's been a mixture all throughout, but it's the way to go.
Like Caleb?
I don't know. I liked a lot of it. So do you write the music first, or
Yeah,
do you write the lyrics? Like
almost always music first. Pretty much always starts with one of my riffs or one of Luke's riffs, and then we combine other riffs that we probably got in the riff vault that we're like, oh, that one would probably mix with this one pretty well. And we start building a song with no even concept of what the theme of the song is going to be or the lyrics at all. And then as it's sort of built with drums and bass put in there and everything like that, then we start putting on the vocal melodies. But it's always just like complete gibberish at the time, like or whatever the hell, you know. And then after a while, sometimes when you're singing the gibberish of it starts to sound like, and then it happened again, and then it happened again. It just sort of formulates itself sometimes, and other times it's like, okay, this has got this fucking certain dark flavor to it. Let's look at some of these different ideas we've got in the vault for like song concepts. And the latest one, California Demon, it was like as soon as we both heard that riff that he brought to me, I'm like, okay, dude, this one should be California Demon for sure. And we then just start fleshing out after the melodies are already pretty much there, we then start fleshing out what the lyrics could be and coming up with a shitload of different lines. Some of them throw out, some of them stick, and then you just fine tune it from there.
But so let me ask here then, you know, as you guys are coming up, because you guys, you know, what year you guys started?
2016.
All right, so from 2016 to now, especially during that time of COVID and all, you know, what challenges did you face, you know, in the industry?
The COVID thing was a fucking bummer for sure for everybody, because basically all the tours got canceled, and that was like right as we were starting to really cook with the tour shit. We'd played that Sturgeon.
Were you on by then? Which album number were you on by then?
Oh, dude, we have only ever put out one EP so far, and then put out only singles since then. We had this other EP we put out, but it was only for physical purchase, trying to do that Wu-Tang thing where they know their worth, basically, you know? They made the one copy of the album. Well, we didn't make one. We made 100 copies of it, and we sold it only online for an exorbitant amount of money to the people that really fucking wanted it. So we had that one under our belt, and then tours were coming together. We were touring with that band Hinder that did the Lips of an Angel song, and we were touring with a bunch of different people that all the way to Sturgis and back. That was a great show. And then boom, COVID hit, and we had to cancel all the extra tours that we had after that. Well, they got canceled for us, I should say. So it's definitely a fucking bummer. But, you know, as you and me were talking about in the green room, you got to make the most of a bad situation. And while everybody was off watching Tiger King on Netflix, we were down the studio and writing new stuff and making videos. And one thing that actually made happen that was awesome was because all the streets in Vegas were completely empty. We have this cover of Viva Las Vegas that's like a really dark, sarcastic version or perspective on Vegas. Because if you listen to his lyrics, they're like, the way he delivers is bright light city gonna set my soul. It's very like bright like that. But if you read his lyrics to it, it's really like you can take it in a dark way, like set my soul on fire, and I'm gonna keep on the run. I'm gonna have me some fun. If it costs me my very last dime, you know. If you take those lyrics a little bit in the sort of darker tone of them, and we rejig the song to be completely different music behind it, melodies and everything, it came out to be this real sort of dark magnum opus for us. And as COVID hit, and I'm like, you know what? The Vegas streets are fucking empty. Let's go and see if we can find anywhere to stay out there. There was one hotel that was open. All the big ones were shut, but I think this one was called the Artisan. And They're normally known for being the hotel that hosts all the big porn events every year, and they rent out like Vivid will rent out the whole hotel. And so yeah, I'm sure I slept interestingly stained surfaces in there. But while we're out there, yeah, all the streets were fucking completely empty. So we shot a music video for it that we still haven't put out, but it's me drunkenly walking down the middle of fucking what's it called, Fremont Square or Fremont Street, Fremont Street. Fremont Street.
Yeah, Fremont. Oh my god,
all that shit with absolutely fucking nobody there, with a bottle in my hand, and yeah, stumbling around, just having the real like apocalyptic Vegas feel to it.
Have you seen that street when it's regular?
Oh yeah,
it's exactly the same. Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, totally. It was like we were in Walking Dead or something. But the weird part was that all the lights were still on. So you've got like it was really like what was that movie? 28 Days. 28 Days when he wakes up and he's been in a coma. He wakes up and the world's gone through 28 days of fucking apocalypse. He wakes up, he's like, all the shit's still on, but all the fucking everything's strewn everywhere, and he's like trying to work out what the fuck happened. That was kind of what this was like. It was like all the lights were still on, the sort of glitz and the glamour was still there, but it was a ghost town, as if everybody just.
We're gonna get the next part real soon on that franchise, bro. I believe it's 28 months later.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh my god, bro. Wait till we get to 28 years later. There's gonna be no one left.
I think they actually skipped straight to that one on the next one, dude. Danny Boyle's talking about it, and he's saying that they're going to just jump straight to the years later, which I think is lame. I think you need to milk it for all it's fucking worth, dude. I love both of those movies.
Yeah, bro. For real, son. For real. Yeah. All right. So, go ahead, Caleb, because I want to start talking about the new stuff. So, what you got next for him before I got something on the new.
Do you have any, you and your brother have any pregame rituals right before a concert? Like, you just have to do it?
We usually like to take a shot or two, but lately it's been Jägermeister. And I've got some bad like history with Jägermeister as a teenager. So, you know, when you get too wasted one night on some specific booze and you vomit it up, especially in your early years, you're like, oh no, fuck that. I'm never doing tequila again. I'm never doing blah, blah, blah again. Well, that was me with Jägermeister for years, but maybe like 3 or 4 shows ago, we had a unplugged acoustic set, and my voice was a little bit hoarse from, I don't know, being up the night before or something. And he just got me a fucking Jaeger shot. I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this shit? It's like, it's Jäger. I'm like, oh God, okay. Took it. Boom, baby. It just all that aniseed and all the fucking herbs and whatever. It just coated the throat beautifully. Put me in a perfect mood. So that's the new pregame ritual. We always take a shot before.
My joint that I always get mixed up with Jaeger was Goldschlager. So and I would make a Jaeger Schlager.
Different, dude. Yeah. Goldschlager is
a murder, son. A Jaeger Schlager is murder. Woo!
Yeah, Goldschlager is the one that's like Rumpelmints, basically. That's like when you got to drive home and you want to make sure your breath doesn't smell like booze. You make it smell like fucking mouthwash and booze.
Yeah, exactly. like scope and ass. There we go. Yeah. All right. So right now you got the latest single coming out right now, California Dreams. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna put a little snip. All right, because we have to, man. I mean, homie's here. This is a fire track. I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to keep it 15. Let me see. I kept it at 13. I just count with me, folks. I'm gonna put it on screen right now. Listen to this thing. If you think Almega is charged up, this is why. Because I listen to stuff like this throughout the day, and my battery gets charged like a mega, baby. Woo!
And I've got the talk.
There we go. Yeah, just before it was about to kick in.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to watch the video because I got
They're
the
gonna
link.
have to watch the video. Yeah. The
Yeah,
end,
leave them
section,
watching.
the end section of that video is my favorite, where we lit my little brother's guitar on fire. That was pretty scary stuff, but he didn't get too badly burned, luckily.
So, what's the story behind this track, bro? Let me know, bro. What the full story of the inspiration from the moment, the video? Talk about it.
Yeah, so everybody's got their conspiracy theory uncle. We've definitely got ours, and he's always been sending us like, oh, you know, Brad Pitt's a Satanist and he's drinking blood, and Angelina Jolie's eating children and all the rest of it. And you know, there's little bits of truth in everything. I think the elite definitely get up to some weird fucking shit at like Bohemian Grove and all the rest of it. And so there's definitely some truth in a little bit of it. But it had always fascinated me the way that he believes in like a literal Satan and like literally signing your soul away to the devil, because I'd always thought of it as like just a metaphor. You know, you sign a record contract and you're signing away your integrity and your ability to control your future and your artistic vision. They put you in some stupid little costume that you have to wear, and they tell you what songs that you're going to sing next, blah, blah, blah. So I always thought it was kind of a metaphor kind of thing. But in taking it in the literal sense, the way that my uncle believes in it, an actual Satan actually signing your soul away to him for fame and fortune, I just always thought that was a great sort of concept for a rock song.
Hey, Caleb, he's there like absorbing it all. Like,
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to like, what would be the motive for Satan? There's these ways to tempt people.
Yeah,
but no, I agree, because like, yeah, I think it was a metaphor for like, by doing that, you're selling your soul. You're getting rid of your purpose and what you were doing, and now you're conforming to how they tell you to be.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like that Crossroads movie with Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid guy or whatever. You know, was he in Crossroads? I think he was. Where it's all about that Faustian bargain, dude. It's about the promise you fame and fortune in this life, and people wanting it here and now enough to not worry about whatever the hell the toll is that you have to pay afterwards, I guess. Yeah,
that's true. Because if you watch a lot of people, like they don't give a shit. They'll pass on from their family. They'll pass on from this, that, and the other, and they're just, I'm in the fame, and this is, they're riding this cloud, just going straight out.
Yeah. So when the conspiracy theory uncle saw this one, I thought he was gonna like it, because I thought it was gonna be like, we're doing a little expose on your belief system, right? And, no, he took it the exact opposite way, dude. And he said, "You and your brother are going down a very, very dark path here, Jake. Know this: I love you both, but know this: I love Jesus Christ infinitely more." And I'm like, "Come on, Alan, come on, man. It's just a story. It's just a video, blah blah blah." But he took it very seriously and very literally, and then he sent it out to a shitload of his Christian conservative friends. And I had to screenshot these texts that he sent me back from them, because some of them were fucking amazing. It was just like, oh my God, just another one, another shitty grunge band, can't even understand what they're saying, promoting Satanism. Another one of these adrenochrome drinkers and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, yes, if we're getting that kind of a strong reaction from the uncle's friends, then I guess we're on the right path.
Is it like modern day grunge or something?
Yeah, I don't know if you would call us modern day grunge or what you would call it. We just had an article in Loudwire, which is a good sort of alt music publication, and the article was one of those lists, because that's all they want these days is lists. They asked us to put together a top 10 grunge bands working today, and it was kind of tough because of what you're saying. Like, is there really even grunge anymore? There really isn't. Grunge was a sort of a cultural movement and a time, place, and it
was a response to the 80s, and then
exactly right. Something that knows it, the hair metal. Yeah,
you're movement for genre.
Yeah, so we found our 10 and put them towards that, but I think some of our songs have a little bit of grungy elements. Some of them definitely don't. A couple of them are more in the Ted Nugent fucking party rock world, stranglehold kind of world. Some of them are more in the Incubus kind of beautiful, softy kind of world. But this one definitely, I think, touches on the vibes of modern Alice in Chains, like Check My Brain. I don't know if you know that song, or a little bit of Manson in there too, for sure.
It's kind of close to like Phantom Limb.
Phantom Limb, yes, definitely. And Check My Brain is the one with the and also because he says California in that, it's like hard to avoid that. But just the other day, William Duvall, the new Alice in Chains singer, well, not new now, but he reviewed the song and he said it was awesome. So fuck it.
Oh, for real? That's what's up. That should be on the fucking before you even start. Like, hey, he approves.
This first. And, we've been putting it out on the socials and all that kind of stuff, and it's up on the YouTube. But yeah, one of my favorite moments in there was like, well, I've definitely known a couple of California demons in my time, and I've certainly met my share of leading ladies or wannabe leading ladies like yours. Just coolest motherfucker ever, dude.
That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool, man. So when it comes in terms of visuals and all, and the storytelling within the video, I mean, what can the fans expect when they watch it? And is this going to be a theme through your next couple?
No,
of songs?
definitely not going to be a recurring theme. We try to never repeat ourselves.
No museum.
And visually. So this one, as far as like what to expect from it, like it's one that you can watch a lot of times and pick up different things. Like so much work went into it. It was crazy. Like we went outside and one moment we like burnt some Barbie dolls, and we thought that was going to be like this big projected thing behind the drummer, but turned out the drummer only had like maybe 3 seconds of video of him at that section. So you can barely even tell it's a fucking Barbie doll burning. Another moment, you see this girl getting like wheeled down by Satan on a gurney as she's about to get plastic surgery into a fucking monster or whatever. And we don't have money for fucking renting gurneys and all kinds of props and shit. But I hit my cousin up who works at a hospital, and she pulled some strings and she's like, all right, just wear like a workman's outfit, and I'll get you in the service elevator. So I'm like sneaking around the back and blah, blah, going in the back door. She like scans me in. I get brought up the elevator in my little outfit, and she takes me to like a gurney graveyard. There's like 50 fucking broken down gurneys in there. I'm like blowing the dust off a couple, picked the one that I thought looked the coolest, and then like sort of wheeled it out. Security's like, what are you doing here, sir? And I'm like, it's okay. I'm just the gurney repairman. No, don't worry about it. And I like,
gurney repairman.
Have you seen this gurney? I gotta take it to my
this
shop.
thing needs some serious repairs. And then he helped me load it up into the back of the van.
Oh, shit.
Did you tip him?
And then I'm sure when he saw my fucking all paint chipped off van, he's like, okay, well, this guy probably is a repairman, judging by how fucked this thing looks.
That's hysterical. But the fact that someone believes the story of a gurney repairman.
Well, dude, there's a lot of broken down gurneys up there. I don't think they're probably doing a lot of repairs on them. They're probably
you may have started a new business today, bro.
Yeah. Another one was in one scene, there's my little brother's sort of on like a mountain of amps and like random hobo shit like tents and fucking traffic cones, but we knew we needed to get a shopping cart to like really get that Los Angeles welcome to hell, this place is a fuckhole now kind of vibe in there. So we got this homeless dude that lives out the front, and I just yelled down to him, Jack, dude, I got $20 for you here if you can find me a shopping cart. So I don't want to know where Jack went and got me the shopping cart, but he went and jacked me a shopping cart somewhere and gave him the $20, and we used that guy in there.
I gotta know the speed of service. How quickly did he get to this cart?
Dude, he got me that motherfucker back in like 30 minutes. It was missing a wheel. It was missing a wheel, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, Jake. It's only got 3 wheels. Is that gonna be enough? Is that gonna be enough?" I'm like, "Dude, this is fucking perfect." And it was black. I'm like, "I love you, Jack."
He stole it from another homeless person.
That's actually what he did. I didn't want to tell you guys that, but apparently he did. And he told me the other night when I brought it up to him, he's walking by asking me for a cigarette, and I was like, "Dude, where'd you end up stealing that shopping cart from?" He's like, "Oh man, there's this guy. He's over closer to downtown. He'd been fucking with me for a while. So when he wasn't there this one time, I just walked over there and I just emptied out all his shit out of the cart, and I just took the cart back over." I'm like, "Okay, thank you, Jack."
Shit. Oh man, that's hysterical. I already knew with the broken wheel. I already knew.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's hysterical. But look at that. Oh man, Caleb is getting romantic with us now. Turn on the light, bro.
I'm scrolling through their website. It's that scene with the two girls are blowing, one's blowing smoke, the other one's inhaling it.
Yo, so what's up, brother? What's next for Of Limbo in terms of the next song, future goals? Like, what's popping? What's on track after this baby right here?
We've got the booking agency finalizing a tour for us right now. I can't say the band who we're touring under until it gets finalized, unfortunately, but they're a pretty big 80s band. And that's great for us, dude, because when we play our live set, we usually try and make it more the party kind of stuff, the upbeat party songs, rather than dark, moody, Viva Las Vegas, 10 minutes of me crooning into the microphone about how much I hate Las Vegas, that kind of shit. We want everybody to have a fucking big rager party, good time. And so I think if it's an 80s hair metal band like this is, it's going to be pretty perfect with their middle American audience that loves to come out on a fucking Saturday and get shit-faced wasted in the middle of Nebraska or wherever the hell we are.
So, are we getting a full album complete? Like,
we might get another EP next year, I think, early next year. But as far as this year, we're probably going to drop 2 more singles. One a little bit moodier, a little bit cruisier, a little bit more modern sounding, called Somebody Else. I'm hoping we get that one out there. We shot that. I think we shot a video for that like a year and a half ago in the Long Beach rain. I'm driving around in a fucking 67 GTO in the rain.
I'm jealous. What? Wait. Before I ask the question about what inspired the song, how did it feel to drive that GT, brother?
Dude, I love that thing. I actually fucking randomly already know how to drive a stick, which is a good thing. Nice. But yeah, it was my old roommate, John Boy. He has a pretty good job being a land surveyor, so he has a nice collection of beautiful little toys. And that GTO of his just for most of the year sits in the garage doing jack shit. And I had to tell him about a month in advance because they have to do all this shit about flushing the fluids and like getting it all working again. But yeah, he got it working for me, and we drove around in the night of Long Beach with the rain pouring down. At the end, Luke has a solo where he's like on the edge of a cliff with the fucking city lights beneath him. It's pretty tight.
Oh, fire. Caleb?
Fire. No.
Yeah, we definitely have some fire in the California team. Yeah, that's for sure.
No, I was looking at the bull skull behind you. And I was just, did you just do that yourself, or is that
the what?
The bull skull.
The bull skull behind it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just one of our friends goes over to Mexico and he brings them back all the time, and he just sells them to friends for what he buys them for. So we got this bad boy for $60. And as far as the light in it, dude, it's just a red bulb. Just popped a red bulb through the ass of it, and fucking there's a cord going down at the bottom, and boom.
I just got an idea. You can get some like cotton, like the not the balls, but the full bit, and have it coming out of his nose like it's smoke.
The smoke. Nice.
Yeah.
So I'd be a little bit worried about catching the cotton on fire down here. We got a few too many guitars to lose on a fucking fire.
I think as long as it's not touching the light bulb, it should be fine. Yeah. But no, what I wanted to ask was just the album art. Like, how'd you come about choosing it, or
to pay the bills, I do movie poster design, so I'm pretty good at the old Photoshop. And
awesome.
Yeah. So that one was just like we grabbed a still of the leading lady from the show, from the video, Kelly Hyde. Grabbed a nice still of her. She's wearing our grandma's jewelry actually in that video, and she's passed away now. But anyway, we just grabbed a nice still of her, and I always thought that like it'd be cool if it was sort of ripped away sector of the face, but everything in there was kind of abstractly making the shape of a skull in the tearaway. I don't know if you see that too well, but yeah, the two palms are supposed to be like the nose hole. Oh, sorry, you're maybe looking at the background of this right now. That's not even the art for it. That's just
I'm not. I got the whereas California.
Yeah, so you can see the two palm trees are kind of like the skull nose, and then a bit of the shape of the smoke is kind of making the indentations of the eyes. Wanted it to be subtle, not too overt. I don't like it when movie posters do like, oh, it's a bunch of trees and it's making a skull like super precisely, so much to the point that it like doesn't look like the trees are natural.
Yeah, you want it to be that, in passing you don't see it, but if you ever get high and you're staring at it, you're like, holy fuck, dude, there's a fucking skull there.
Yeah, exactly. Or you blur your eyes at a distance and you kind of get it. But there's fucking Hollywood Hills on fire with the of Limbo as the Hollywood sign, and
I like it. I think it's clever.
Also wanted the demon to be subtle in there.
I like how it's kind of a good representation of both. Like California's supposed to be this glamorous, amazing thing, and then there's this demon that's like burning it and all that.
Yeah, well, that's the whole gist of the song. California, welcome to hell.
Sons of bitches.
So since California is so horrible, why don't you move into the East Coast?
Dude, I don't think we'd make it as far as the East Coast. I think if we ever got out of California, we'd try and get somewhere a little bit more central. And as much as I love being by the water, the reason why is every time we get a tour, we have to drive fucking clear across the country to get to whatever the first show is. And it's almost never like first shows in Texas. It's always like, okay, first show's in South Dakota, first show's in South Carolina or something like that. But if you're in somewhere like sort of centralized, and it's easy to go in any fucking direction. But God, the amount of times we've had to haul ass all the way across Nevada, all the way across Arizona, whatever, just before and then all the way across Texas before even the first fucking show. It's like, it gets a little bit tiring. And I just know that probably we can get a better situation for ourselves. Even though we've got a great little studio that we live in here, and it's a bit of a diamond in the rough in Long Beach. We were real fucking lucky with that. I think we could probably find a better situation in the middle of the country for us that would be cheaper on all fronts and easier for touring.
The drive for you gets crazy because we just went to Irvine, and like getting there is like, this isn't anything like we experienced. I'm from Texas. And so like I'm used to like jack shit, just riding forever. And then we're passing through by Big Bear Lake, and so we're having to do a whole bunch of winds and riding the mountains and shit. So I can see how like you can easily get burned out of like.
Well, you got lucky with that one, dude. The Big Bear Lake drive's a great drive. The real problem is when you're on the fucking 405 down here and you're just stop, start, and it's like this shit'll happen till like fucking 9:30 at night. Crazy.
Not my type of thing. So, what was the most exciting concert you've ever played in? That in your opinion, or maybe the wildest thing you've seen happen in a concert you played in?
Oh shit. Well, we got to open for Wolfmother, which were sort of Australian icons right there, and that was a big honor for us. But I think even bigger honor, even though we grew up in Australia and we definitely knew Wolfmother very well, and very proud to have opened for them as fellow Aussies. But opening for Candlebox was absolutely huge for us. That's just a staple of the grunge era. And when we got that call, we just about cried. So that was an absolute honor. We played about 4 shows opening for them. Really had a blast with that one. But shit, as far as like funny stories for you, I'll give you this one. On the last tour, we were out with a band called Small Town Titans. I think they're from Pennsylvania, and great band. Every night on their last song after they'd played after us, we'd be in the audience rocking out for all their songs, blah, 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 having a good time. But they play this one song, The Devil's Choir, at the end of the show every night. So usually that was the time we'd had a few drinks in us already, and we'd take it to the next level and start the stage diving game while they were playing. And it all worked out just fine previously. But then on the final show, final night, we're in a place called Mishawaka at a sold out show in this tiny little place. And it was pretty packed, but Luke runs up on the stage and he's ready to do his stage dive, but he goes towards me, which is always the plan, like jump out at least towards me so I can be the main catcher and then everyone else will sort of get it. So you're not just going to plop straight to the ground like we've seen so many fucking videos of. So he jumps out at me, but instead of jumping like the normal way at me, he goes boom right over my shoulder. And I sort of tried to catch his chest, but he zoomed straight through, basically grabbed onto his legs, turns into me fucking suplexing his ass. and we both hit the deck. Both of our fucking heads hit the fucking ground. And then all of a sudden, I'm feeling like all this stomping on us. I'm thinking, oh God, it's the crowd. They don't know we're down. They're stomping all over us, blah, blah, blah. But no, it's the fucking this lady that Luke had accidentally hooked with his other leg also fell down with us. But she jumped up real quick and started fucking stomping on us while we're on the ground. And, so Luke's fucking head's like gushing open blood when we got a proper look at it. I had to like sober up and get in the van and drive him to the ER. He got 12 staple guns into his fucking head. Yeah, that was a pretty wild one. So I think we're going to probably calm down on the stage diving game for a little while.
I never done that. I only remember one friend of mine did it, and it was during System of a Down. It was an MTV 2 out of bill. Everybody moved out the way. He plopped, and then when he plopped, he lost the shoe. So for the concert, he was hopping around on one foot. We had to stay to the very end where he
find it.
Did you find the shoe? And there, you mean this one?
Nice.
Yeah, really fun. Yeah, but I do not recommend stage diving.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either anymore.
I'm good. Caleb, have you stage dived, Caleb? With that mustache, you must have.
Man.
He's muff dive.
No, not stage dive. Good Lord, far too heavy. But it's just for the longest time I wanted to body surf, the concerts in general. But like I'm a heavy set dude, and like it was when Fall of Troy was coming back, and they played in Austin. So we drove over there to watch it, and I was pretty drunk, and I was like, you think they can pick me up? And my friend was like, yeah, do it. I'm like, all right. I go up to this dude, a little bit taller. I'm about 6. He's a little bit taller than me, jacked as fuck. And I'm like, hey, I want a body surf. He's like, all right. The dude fucking scoops me. I'm like 275. Nice. Yeah, dude, he fucking scoops me and hurls me. And like I felt like a child. I was like, and like I'm so fragile right now. And then like I did like 4 more times because I was like, I'll never get the chance again. But
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I also am not the lightest human in the world because I'm 6'3", and so I definitely don't do the run up and jump and land on people fucking thing. If I'm there and I'm gonna do it, I usually just sort of lean out on it. You know, it's like
I'm like he's going into a bed. Catch me.
Yeah, exactly right. Just
playing the trust game.
You have to give him like a minute warning, like, hey, I'm about to jump out here.
I definitely do that when I'm on the stage. I'll like lock eyes with a couple people, and I'll like,
you know what's happening. I'm about to do this shit.
Oh man, though when you try like for yourself, really hardcore, missed, like flat on your back yourself, not with anyone, like the missing, the one where people go like this.
Yeah, I've never copped a complete miss. It's just a straight flat drop. No, never one of those yet.
Good on you.
What's happening to the fans now? Because used to, that was the whole thing. You wanted them to jump on you. You wanted that. And like everyone's touching and shit like that.
They're holding their phones. They can't.
Yeah, that's exactly right, dude. We very much try and encourage the audience to get amongst it with us. And a way we've really realized that's probably the easiest is throughout different songs, if you can, depending on the setup of the theater or the venue or whatever, if Luke jumps out in the crowd and he's playing along right next to them and rocking out, or if I jump out and I start singing right at them kind of thing, that usually gets a stagnant crowd a lot more involved and intimately feeling like they're a part of it with you. And you do the giving me 5 kind of shit, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I thought you were slapping them.
Interaction you can do to, instead of smacking the phone out of their hands, any sort of physical connection you can make with them like that. Like sometimes I'll get them to fucking pour beer down my mouth from their beer or whatever, anything like that, that always gets them a little bit more connected to you and it'll get them off their phones a lot more.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the essence of like a concert. You're not listening to a tape. You're not disengaged from the individuals. You're there. You're in it. You're with them. Absolutely. You're there. And like I've seen so many concerts just like shift into something else because of the energy that was there. They got more rowdy, or it got more like everyone was like just trying to get as close as possible, just because like it started working. Also been at the concerts where like it just wasn't working, and everybody's just kind of passive, and it sucks.
Some crowds are definitely in the mode of I am only here for the headliner, and it's pretty tough to win them over. But I think with the years of experience of doing it nowadays, and also with like we drink a lot while we're playing, and I think that kind of helps the vibe, because usually if people are coming to rock concerts, they're probably drinking too, or they want to be. And it helps encourage a bit more of that, which is probably not the best thing, but I don't know. It's good for the
loosen up a little bit, like stop.
Yeah, that loosens them up, and the venues sell a lot more booze, and then they know that we are the ones that fucking helped them sell a lot of booze, and they try and invite us back whenever we can.
I've experienced that type of behavior when I saw Black Flag, so don't you worry. Everybody was lit. I was trying to protect the girl I was with. Some drunk dude decides to punch me in the face, you know, as he's going around. All I did was look at the girl. I said, I'll be right back. All right, be careful. I made the dude eat the ground, and then he got jumped by everybody else, and it was hysterical because apparently he did that to other people. So I did a good job. Just all I had to do was knock him down. Everybody took him over.
Well, that's what I'm used to. Like my friend got hit in the face with a bass guitar. Now he wasn't doing anything, but we were so active and going on that the bass guitarist didn't even think about it. He just jumped out and it fucking creamed him. And then another dude got hit in the face with a microphone because he just threw the microphone out there. It was always chaos, but like that's kind of like a fuck yes, like this is what happened with Taylor Swift.
yeah, that's a rock show. I got another one for you. Actually, it's pretty crazy. We went out with Hinder, like I said, the Lips of an Angel band, and we're playing in Billings, Montana. And first song, about like 30 seconds into our first song, before Hinder's ever come up or anything, and all of a sudden I feel something like hit me off the top of the head, and I look down on the stage, and there's a glass bottle. So someone had fucking thrown a bottle and hit me in the head with it. And I just kept playing the song, no fucking worries. Then at the end of the song, I'm like, did I just get bottled? And I'm looking down, and they've got this guy like full Nelson, and they're like dragging him out of the crowd and everything like that. He's kicking and screaming, and I was like, dude, I'm real sorry you had to listen through to our music. I know Hinder's coming up. I know you really wanted to hear Lips of an Angel tonight. Don't worry, they're still coming, mate. And then the crowd ripped him out, and afterwards, one of the guys that came up to me buying merch or whatever, he's like, yeah, I know that guy. Thing about Billings, it's a small town. You know everybody. Anyway, I'll probably see him tomorrow at Red Ferns. He ain't going to be smiling so pretty. I'm like, Jesus, you don't have to knock his teeth out for me, but yeah, that is pretty uncouth behavior, throwing fucking bottles. I felt like that was my Patrick Swayze Roadhouse moment, dude. I was pretty
Did you want to rip out his throat, bro?
Yeah, no. I was the blind guy behind the chicken wire.
Oh shit!
I need the chicken wire.
I love that movie, and they're going to desecrate it with a remake starring Ryan Gosling and make him a MMA fighter and all this bullshit. That's not right.
It's Gyllenhaal being an MMA fighter.
Yeah. I mean, come on, yo. Are you serious? No.
Terrible.
No.
But
yeah, I say no.
I'm gonna watch before I make my judgment. I think
bro, you don't disrespect an OG, my brother. You call it another movie, don't say it's Roadhouse, because it's not.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, yeah, I mean I agree with that, but they're just writing off that fucking name instead of
it'd be like Peter Griffin, Roadhouse.
Yeah, call it fucking Octagon or some shit.
That's a movie, Octagon with Chuck Norris.
Oh, there you go.
I remember, yeah, man. Come on, now you're making me show my age, bro. Now you gotta watch the Octagon. It's Chuck.
I'll probably fucking pull it up tonight, dude. I love 80s movies.
Oh, you gotta see the Octagon. That was some prime Chuck right there doing his thing, bro. Real cool movie. All right, so
I heard Chuck Norris went to the Virgin Islands, and now they're just called the Islands.
Epa! Oh my God, I heard a horrible one, and I know Caleb was about to get very offended when I say this one.
Oh, naturally.
I'm sorry. I just saw this the other day.
Is that a white joke? I'm couldn't.
Oh no. It's
crackers.
Honkies.
Why was Jesus screaming on the cross?
What?
You heard Caleb?
What that?
Why was Jesus screaming on the cross?
What's that?
Because he was getting nailed by two dudes.
It's reasonable. Do you think it was at the same time? I thought there was like one.
Yeah, just taking turns.
Yeah. Well, you have to make them, like experience each thing. If you do it at the same time, then split. It's too much.
When I heard that shit, bro, I was like, "Oh my god, this is wild!" And when I saw the joke initially, the dude was like, once he heard the thing, because oh my god, he did the whole cross. He said, before I even laughed, please forgive me.
You probably had to do it like 10 times.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I don't mean the things I'm about to say.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All right, you know what I mean? You've been here for almost an hour. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I want to say I appreciate you, brother. So, everybody's got to stay tuned. We got notes. Caleb, you got any other questions for our man Jake right here from Of Limbo? Woo! Yeah, he's got to look at the Bible of notes right there. What you got, bro?
I got one more story for you then. Okay, you're talking about this thing. I was at a coffee shop about, 5 years ago. I was sitting out the front just having a coffee by myself, and this little 5-year-old child's being dragged by her mom, like down the street, sort of walking together. But this child stops and stares at me. The mom's like tugging on the child's arm, staring at me still. And mom goes, come on, baby. She's like, Mommy, look, it's Jesus. And mom got all super pissed, and I was like, bless you, my child. And then
like, listen to your mother. That's all you had to do. She would have respected.
I played the Jesus role for her, so she saw Jesus that morning.
Oh, these things. You know what, bro? Based on the photos that we see nowadays, yeah, bro, you can pass off. If you were offered that role, will you take it?
Oh hell yeah! I'd think about just about any role, dude. I mean,
no. Listen, I could see you as this. Listen, before we go, I don't know if you like comic books.
Comic books, love comic books.
All right. Have you ever read a story called Punk Rock Jesus by Sean Gordon Murphy?
I certainly haven't, but I need to put that in my reading material list.
Put it immediately because it's music. It's music, and think about it like this. Have you ever seen The Truman Show?
Yes.
Imagine that, but Jesus.
Oh, I love it. Great concept.
And it's music.
Love it. Even better.
Jesus Christ Superstar. It's wonderful. It's crazy, and it'll leave you awe. Like, I love that one because, again, it's not a superhero comic. It's just a crazy good story that shows you the capacity of comics, make you think.
That's very cool. I got one question for you, boys. What do you think about this new casting of the Crow?
What?
Yeah, little Skarsgård.
There's only one.
That guy. I mean, yeah.
Well,
and he's tall as shit too.
No, he's not. No, you're thinking of the big one. That's his brother.
No, they're all tall.
What?
No, they're all tall. Yes, they're all well over 6 foot.
I thought Bill Skarsgård is like under 6.
No, they're all fucking huge.
Oh wow. Okay, well, then I guess that's a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. I just can't picture it too well. I think they're gonna probably go like really emo with it,
Have you seen a lot of his stuff other than like the IT?
I think he's a great actor. I don't know.
Was he a vampire?
It's better than fucking Momoa. They were talking about having Momoa play it for a while. That would be terrible.
No, listen.
No, Jason Momoa.
Oh God. Okay, I was thinking Moana for some reason.
The Rock.
I was like trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay.
Brandon killed the role for me. There's no other. I mean, but again, in what the Crow is in concept, anyone could actually be the Crow because it is about a crow carrying your spirit, because you have unfinished business. Yeah. So the concept of the Crow could kind of be with anyone.
Yeah, I think they're basically remaking it though. I think he's going to be another rock star.
That, then no. But again, who knows? Because the original book is actually very emo, as you were saying. Though, have you read the book? The James O'Barr?
No, I've never seen the book. You know what I love though is Sam and Twitch from the spinoff from Spawn. I got those.
Oh yeah, man, and they're doing a new one on that one coming soon.
Nice.
they're still around doing their shit. Spawn's my thing. I have every single issue from 1 to now.
I've got the first, I think number 1 and number 6. I tried to sell them just the other day. The guy said he was going to give me like $80 for it. I told him to suck up.
Yeah, man. Wait, bro. I mean, do you have the newsprint or is it the cover without any logo on it? Because if you have
it's got the logo. It's the Spawn. He's like crouched down. He's got the cape going everywhere. I got number 1 and number 6.
It has the barcode. If it has the barcode on the front cover, you have something a little bit more valuable than the one that doesn't have it.
All right, cool. Well, I'll have a look at that upstairs and maybe send me your email address maybe and your address and maybe I'll send it over to you because you probably like it more than I do.
Oh man, that's my shit, man. You gotta see my toy collection one day. All right, so with that, thank you so much, my brother. Folks, I've been showing this off nonstop as we've been talking to Jake Davies of Limbo, baby. I mean, a dope band. I mean, so talented. Check out their website at oflimbo.com. And it's the same on social. They got it locked down on every single social platform, whether it's your YouTube, Ticking and Talking, the Instagrams, the X, the Metas, they got it all at Of Limbo. Show the love, support amazing music. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Their YouTube is fire. Put that on your playlist, especially midday when you're getting bogged down at work. You put that on, woo, you're gonna be fired up, baby. Wepa, that California demon's gonna take over. Whoa, that's right. You know what I mean? Shit. So, any last words for our guests right there? You want to say goodbye? What up? Loud, you know what I mean?
I just want to say thank you very much for having me, boys. And good thing we're ending now because I think my computer's about to crack the fuck out with its battery. So perfect timing. Thanks a lot, dudes. Have a sick one.
Bless, brother. Later, guys.
Later.
Bye, y'all. And that was it. Yo, Caleb, man, that was awesome, bro. Thanks for joining, bro. Isn't that band awesome? Their
There's
music
a lot
is amazing, and Jake energy is fire. I dig it. And the stories, man. These guys got to do a book or a movie real soon. You know what I mean? About the journey of these independent musicians doing and rocking out.
Yeah, there's so many elements that they could go on about, like creating that book, because there's just their style and then also the origin and everything like that. So, man, yeah, you can go 2 books, 3 books. But yeah, no, there's so many different aspects to them. It's really fun to look through all their history and stuff and try to just figure out what they're going to be. Because I mean, they don't have like a set theme like he was talking about, or it's just kind of like, if it sounds like this, then it's going to be that. And if it sounds like this, then it's going to be that. And so there's no like, hey, we have to be this way or anything like that.
And that's a testament to their musicality, and their talent to be able to diversify, their skill set, to sound like so many different genres, at any given time. Go from something soft to something, totally hardcore to something, middle or riff heavy, you know what I mean? Or Metallica long, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a good testament to like their musical sense and just their ability to see more than just what they feel like they should be doing. Like if it's going to be soft, it's going to be soft. It's going to be heavy, it's going to be heavy.
Absolutely, Caleb. I'm happy to be able to have a band like that out there right now, that we could enjoy. So, guys, again, please show the love and support this amazing band. Thank you again, Caleb, for hanging out. This is the Music Crusaders, baby. I'm Al Mega. Check out my man Caleb. But Caleb, where can they follow you and check you out at?
Caleb L. Taylor at Twitter. The only thing I got going right now.
That's the X, bro. It's X now, bro. You got to get with it, bro. The X.
It's Caleb L. Taylor at X. That just sounds weird. Like, what was I don't know. Who was
Apparently,
who was he talking to?
Time ago, he wanted to rename PayPal at one point. X, it didn't happen. So that name, I guess, resonated with him. And, he bought Twitter and said, I want to bring the name back.
Yeah, he's got the SpaceX and he has all the other things. I'm just curious to, like, what's his definition of X? Like, what's his draw to it?
I don't know. He's checking the box for the next, I guess.
Wait till you see Y and Z.
Ooh, there we go. All right, my brothers. That's what we do. Folks, thank you for tuning in. Much love. Hasta la próxima. Wepa!